have received the Potomac Beads Best Bead Box Treasure Edition, and I have saved it to unbox it with you guys. As always, I have the May edition. I know I'm a little bit late, but I've been out of the country. I went to Mexico to see my parents and then came back, and I was so tired because it's a long trip. So it's taken me a little bit to film this video. So I'm excited for us to find out what's in this month's box. And if you want any information about the subscription, all the details will be down in the description box below. So let's get unboxing. Okay, so we have our box as always with our little magnetic closure, which I really enjoy. You can use it for so many other things, even decorate them to use them as gift boxes. And then we have our little sheet. This month's name is very appropriate to the month. It's called Mother May I, and it gives you a little bit of the inspiration. Join the fun with this month's Best Bead Box Treasure Edition. The Mother May I permission is granted to move forward and take big step to enhance your design skills. Yes, you may get creative with all the soft spring colors of drops, flowers, and crystals. Ooh, very cool. So something to look forward to. I love flower beads. Let me know if you guys are fans of flower beads like I am. I actually, when I was in Mexico, I made some earrings for my mom. I did the ear wires and did some pearls, and she absolutely loved it. I used freshwater pearls, and she was really happy with her earrings. So a great Mother's Day gift for sure. Mothers seem to like pearls. And then we've got here a jewelry cleaner, looks like, with the name Potomac Beads on it. So we've got a filigree laser cut wood. Oh yeah, it says pair of butter, but I don't know why it says pair of butter. So it's a laser cut, these really pretty, look at their butterflies on the side. And it laser cuts exclusive Potomac designs from wood, leather, or acrylic. The wood designs are lightweight and sustainable. It's got a protective coating that can be removed to reveal the beautiful wood, acrylic, or leather material beneath. So this has some sort of, oh, I see it. It's got this, I'll show you in a minute. Wow, because I'm thinking we should create some earrings. What do you guys think? So what else do we have here? We have some ear wires, of course, perfect. And then we have these gorgeous Potomac crystal bite cones in 4mm in the color Tanzanite. We've got some what much needed always, some head pins. They are 2-inch premium 99.9 silver plated brass, and we've got 50 in this pack. Ooh, look at these. Ooh, look at these flowers. I made a necklace with these flowers once. Vintage lucite flowers in assorted colors. I love this shape of flower. They're so pretty. Then we have a pair of check glass drop beads and this really pretty like periwinkle blue. Ooh, look at these. Then we have African and Peruvian Amazonite pebble beads of 6 to 8mm. These are really pretty. I love it. We definitely get a lot more in this new subscription box than in the older Best Bead Box. So just a heads up on that. That's why they redesigned them. And we've got these really pretty yellow beads. Check glass rounds, 8mm. We've got one strand. We've got really pretty chain. Then we have this beautiful blue button. It's like a vintage check button. Look at that. Super pretty. I love to use the check buttons. You can either use it as a pendant, wire wrap it, or you can put it as a closure, button for closure for a bracelet. That's what I like to use them for. Ooh, look at these. These are so pretty. Vintage Morning Glory flowers. They're 20mm. Aren't they beautiful? Look at these. I love it. I don't think the camera is doing them justice because they are absolutely stunning. They're so pretty. Then we have these pretty check faceted round 6mm pale yellow SW it says. So I don't know. It's got like little bits of blues and different colors like pinks. So it's pale yellow with some colors in there. Ooh, look at these gorgeous flowers. They're one side is metallic and the other side it's sunset flowers, 10 by 10, and we have 10 in the pack. Ooh, look at these. Then we have some really pretty Mayuki cubes, 4mm pewter line crystal. Those are really pretty. Ooh, we have some more of these gorgeous pink pearls. I remember getting a strand, and I love these. I use them a lot. Potomac pearls, Fandango, 4mm, and it's an 8-inch strand. I love Potomac pearls. And last but not least, we've got some oval jump rings, which I love oval jump rings because they're really nice to use. They don't open as easily because of the shape. Something to have to do with the engineering or something or another, I heard. And then we have the little silica packets, and you're wondering, Maria, why are you pointing this out? Because it says throw away, do not eat, but because they are used to prevent moisture in these products. We can even find these in shoes. You can put these in the little baggies with any of your jewelry, and it won't tarnish your jewelry. So just a tip. That's what I use. There's also these little black tabs, but you can use the silica gels, put them in your jewelry pieces, and they will stay free of moisture. All right, you guys. So this is the Potomac Beads month of May Mother May I Treasure Edition, and let's go and make some jewelry. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, you guys. So this is what I've come up with in regards to a necklace. Check it out. What do you guys think? I think it turned out super pretty. I put the flowers at the end. So then I used the round beads, the brown yellow beads on beading wire, and then I put the little cubes here in this one, and I have a ton of those fire polish little beads left, and I'm debating whether I should add them because I didn't have enough to put one flower on each of these strands, so I decided to go with, and I still think it looks really pretty with the dangles and then the flowers here. And then I'm just going to show you how I finished this up quick. So I would cut 7.5 inches of this beading wire, and then I added the beads, and then now we're just going to crimp this side. So I'm just going to add this here, and then grab my crimping pliers, put this back through like this, and then bring it through some beads here. It's just a short little tail that we have left, so we're going to add that here. Make sure that our wires are not crossed, because otherwise it weakens the wire. We still want room for it to wiggle, so you don't want it to have it too tight against the beads. Put this in the largest divot here on the plier. Make sure that you keep it away from your beads, because I have cracked a few beads. Put that right there and squeeze. See how it makes a little like a open taco or a V, and then I'm just going to put it on the top here, top little like these divots over here, or grooves, I don't know what to call them. And then put it on its side and squeeze again. Never squeeze, as always, never squeeze with the tip, because again you'll weaken your wire. And then I have a crimp cover, which I think I like it. I like crimp covers because they really give that your jewelry a nice finish. I don't like the look of the crimps unless I'm doing like a kid's necklace or something like that. Then it's fine. But if I'm doing something a little more fancier or something I'm going to sell, I always like to finish it with a nice crimp cover. And once I've squeezed it together like that, then you squeeze it from the top, because that'll bring them in. And then one side, just take it easy until you're able to bring them together to the seam. See, like that. Because you don't want to have a crimp cover that's squashed. The whole idea is that it looks like a bead. There we go. See? Very pretty. And then I have one of these. Let me grab my other pliers. I have a jump ring in silver. Put that on. And then put our lobster clasp, which is what I'm going to use for this necklace. Bent nose pliers and close the jump ring. And that ends our this part of the necklace right here. Nicely finished. And then to show you what I did over here is I'm going to grab one of the pieces of chain. These chain pieces are 2 inches long. So if you want, I mean, in case you want to make something similar or make the same one, they're 2 inches long like that. And then I'm going to add it every 1/2 inch right here like that. And then bring this down here and close it. There we go. And then on this one, what I did, this last one, what I did was I added 3 of these fire polish on the 2-inch, where did they go? On one of the 2-inch head pins that were provided in the box. And then what I'm going to do, and then I just made a simple loop. We're going to add it to the end of the chain, this chain right here. I put 2 pink together, so I don't know, I might switch those around. Okay, so I switched it around so it wouldn't be 2 pinks side by side. Yes, I'm one of those. If you're wondering, yes I am. So all I did was I got these little 1-inch head pins that have a little ball. Those are from my stash. See, they just have like a little ball on them. So again, I added simple loops to them and put this one on the end. And then I'm just going to add more going up in random places. Okay, you guys, so there it is. I'm going to put it on a bust in just a minute, but I wanted you guys to see the finished necklace. This is how it turned out. What do you think? Do you like it? This is all using only the items except for the little head pins, but all the rest are the items from the treasure box. And even like I said, I like that they put like a little findings here and there, like the jump rings. I love these oval jump rings, and I love the head pins. They were nice and long, so that's why I pulled out the little ones for these beads, because I did not want to waste the ones that came with the kit, so, or with the box. So this is the finished necklace. Now I did make some earrings, and I'm just going to show you quick how I made these. I'm going to put this to the side. Like I said, I'll be putting it on a bust for you guys at the end of this video, so stay tuned. For this guy, super easy. What I did, and remember what they said, see how it's the difference that you need to peel off that cover. So what I did was I just started here, or you can use any other tweezers. The wood is very soft, so make sure to, because you can end up denting it. Make sure to be careful when you, but see how it comes off? Make sure to be careful when you pull this off if you're using pliers like me. So look at how beautiful that is. And the other thing is too, is that I have some alcohol ink and some other paints. I was wondering if I should paint this. It probably look really pretty if I painted these. So what I'm gonna do is grab some 20 gauge wire. I cut, like that, probably about 2.5 inches. And then I did a wrap loop on one side, like this. That, and then just a little wrap loop. All right, and then I added one of these beautiful little flowers and one of the tanzanite bite cones. Put that up there, and again another wrap loop. And then these really pretty ear wires have already a little loop in them, so all you have to do is bring it forward. Don't open it side to side, or you'll ruin the roundness. And then close it back up. If you're using thinner wire, you can tighten this up a little bit. So I couldn't use one of the oval rings that came with the kit, because otherwise it wouldn't fit here. So I needed to grab a larger jump ring. So I used that one. Brought it in here, and it's nice because having the larger one really makes them Really gives them a lot of movement, like so. And there we go. We have a beautiful pair of earrings. Look at that. Look at the quality of the ear wires. So cool. And then, like I said, if you wanted to, you could paint. Let me see if I have a paint here. So I have these ultimate paint stains from Vintage. And this one is amethyst. I love butterflies, so I love these cutouts. So you have to shake it really well. See how you can hear the little ball? And you can put it a little bit right there. A little. And grab a little paintbrush. And I just want to paint the little butterfly. And there we go. Isn't that beautiful? What do you guys think? Do you like it? Or do you like it better without the paint? Oop. You guys decide. You can even paint the flower a different color, like a yellow, if you have paints like these. Now here I have some yellow for the flower. Look at how beautiful that yellow is. Absolutely gorgeous. And then we can do, especially like I said, like for a gift, these would be so pretty. There we go. Now we've got yellow for the flower. Need a little more. Ooh. And then you got the yellow for the flower. I got too much on that one. I gotta go rinse this out. But what do you guys think? That's the earrings. I thought about maybe putting an orange, but I'm gonna wait because maybe I think I have a teal. What do you guys think? Should I paint the frame or not? Put it in the comments below. Let me know. Should I paint the frame or just leave it like that with the purple and the yellow? Because I think it matches perfectly. The purple and the yellow matches perfectly with these little flowers because they're kind of purple, see? And the amethyst or these bicones that look a little purple. Well, they're actually tanzanite, but it's kind of purple. Like I said, help me out. Let me know. I'm undecided. Let me know if I should paint the edges or not. And for now, thanks for watching. I'm going to leave my previous unboxing, the Best Bead Box Treasure Edition, over here. And I'll see you over there. Bye.